And the ad is over. Welcome on back, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great night so far. Murderer is dead. Murderer is at the bar.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I am investigating the cases of insanity.
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Any link between the visions and hysteria?
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Why a geological expedition?
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Any discovery so far?
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think the flood is unnatural?
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
The murder and the expedition are linked.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Tell me about the expedition.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets
Works for me. Yeah, so far this is actually a lot better than I remember it. Like, so far this is, like, it's like night and day, the experience with this one. Because I originally played it, it was alright. Like, and alright doesn't mean terrible either. Like, it just means that it was alright, but that it just felt very janky in certain fronts. Like, the combat felt very, you know, like you were shooting tiny miniature tanks that you have to shoot a whole clip into in order to get anything done. But you also had to do all kinds of outlandish shit to even take down the enemy. But so far, the enemy's been going down pretty quickly, which is actually quite good. The hell? I'm stuck. Hold up. All right. But as you can see, this game has quite a bit of ground to cover. Like, quite a bit. Like, this game is abnormally large. Like, it's not huge, but it's actually quite a big game. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually... view distance. Gameplay. I was going to originally turn down the view, but it seems like the game can play fine on my computer here, so I'm not going to mess with that. Anything I can explore? Doesn't seem like it. I can't remember if there was something here. I'm going to look. Yeah, I think it was something here. Like, it was a janky way you did it, but there was something here. Yeah, I originally played this on the Xbox One, and it looked good on there, but on PC it looks much better. It's crazy how good this actually looks here. That's a hell of a nap.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops, only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on in it later, starving, half mad, bumbling about in ancient ruins and their citizens. The officials said none of that what I thought it was real. My memories are true. My strange powers, gained after that ordeal, prove it. I found something horrible on that island. Something old and dark, slithering, and it still haunts me. All that we see or seem, it was just a dream within a dream.
Never again, they say.
Vacationist one's pretty cool. I called this one. Fisherman. Man of science. We'll go with the wind coat. Registered in 1898. Dram.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Mr. Reed, it seems like you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time.
The door won't budge.
Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Find the floors, I'll make you pay for the scratches you leave. Your landlord. There was some room here I think you can actually exploit. We've probably fixed it by now. But there was like a room here that you could get into and actually use, like, grab some materials from it. And
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
What noise?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah, well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
I think it was this chest. Like, I think it was this chest anyway. That's a big fucking crab, though. Jesus Christ. So let me get the fucking butter. I just had a fantasy eating that goddamn thing. Look at the size of that damn crab. Do you picture eating that? Oh my god, I would fuck that up. I would totally get some butter. Like I would milk every cow in this damn area, in this peninsula, and just eat the hell out of that crab. That is just going to be so much succulent meat, probably, too. It's tender. I would fuck that up. Let's see. Infested area. Is this area infested? Oh, over there. Gotcha. Like it's called the Cyclops 2. Chitin, that's all up in here.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit for print.
Suits and top coats. The fuck?
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton. Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
I just want to use your archive.
Look, all I want is access to your records during my investigations. Otherwise, I'll keep out of your way.
Oh, that's all you want, is it? Was making us look like idiots in front of Mr. Throgmorton not enough for you?
Look, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intent.
Well, that's what you did. A newcomer must know his place. Let me be frank. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal in here, newcomer.
Hey, easy, Officer Lyons. I don't want any trouble.
Well, good. That's a start. You can use the archive, but only because you have Mr. Throgmorton as your patron. Keep that in mind, Reed.
What an asshole. He should go in his freaking office and piss on his desk. Kind of disrespect. Okay, key to the quarters. Okay. Misdemeanors. Victims. Oops. Okay, that's what it was. I have to go not here yet because you have to come here eventually. So I can make the cops around here look bad. Okay, so Old Grove. Okay, got all that. Okay, this city, no matter how badly the flood is damaged, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means being stuck in further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor near the crossing of Fritzo Callahan Street and Old Church Road. It came. The feeling of loneliness, fear is immense. I was a woman locked in a room and infected, slowly rotting. My mind turned into something. It itched badly in my face. I had hold the skin with both hands, prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up being sitting on the road crying until some inner malfer kicked me and ordered me away. Visions are test me, playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears have come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today I went to the eastern streets of Coverstone in the visions of St. Elmo's Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt alone, forgotten in a locked room, hungry and frightened. It was scary to stay inside. Everything was worse than behind the door. Something scratched in the corridor. There was something terrified when the screams came out. I could not run. I could not hide. I just waited for Mom to return. Okay, I'm afraid if someone stalks me. It started when I visited the Western Advent and had a vision of the intersection of Parody Road and Oak Street. So sorry, I'm just seeing if there's like a connection there. Oak Street, I saw the mirror full of reflections and someone trapped in vain to escape. His expression of fear and panic shook me deeply. After that, very tall and skinny man started following me in the distance. It troubles me that I see him in the reflections, but never thought or caught a straight view of the stalker. I'm sure the police will mock me if I come asking for protection. It seems like time to buy a good, worthy gun and start to practice.